Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-September 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Cancer. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month, Cancer. And if you haven't done so already, please do check out my YouTube channel, or please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But with that being said, let's go and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look just at what's happening through the end of September. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do our usual 3 yes or no questions, take a look at your crystal of the month, and do a healing note. Let's see here. Column number 1, again, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have the card Fragments. This is an interesting card, and it can go a couple different ways. Sometimes with fragments, we're just getting fragments of the information that we need. We're not getting the full picture. The other meaning with this card is there's like a past influence, so a past experience that's now coming back up or influencing our decision. The nice thing about that is that we can use those past experiences and act smarter currently. But let's see what kind of messages are coming through here, Cancer. The first card that we have is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient, very honest. What I'm getting here, especially for those of you that feel like you are potentially reliving an event, I feel like this childhood or younger adult experience was you having to do for you. And that same energy is holding true with the Queen of Swords here now, where again, you're in a position where you're having to help yourself similarly to what you had to do before. The next card that we have is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of bully, theft, violence, abusive, some sort of toxic relationship. I feel like there's some sort of conflict that's arose these last few weeks between a family member, friend, but it does feel like there's a conflict. And again, you're looking back to past experiences to see how you should be navigating this situation. This conflict is leaving you kind of feeling in a kind of a meh position. We have the Four of Cups, which is a card of apathy or feeling unfulfilled. Of course, when we have these type of conflicts with a friend or family member, or really in any conflict in general, it doesn't leave us feeling the best, Cancer. But let's see what messages we have here. The first card that we have is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of family, friends. So again, I do feel like this is a family member, likely a friend of this conflict is sourcing from. This could be a reunion too, like people are getting reconnected and that could be causing the issue. The nice thing about this is this like indicates a positive outcome. This kind of looks like a finish line here. So this is like celebrations and success. And at a minimum, Cancer, I'm going to say I feel like you navigated the situation really well. You did what you could. You did what you should have done. I do think the conflict's probably resolved now. But again, I feel like this is validation of what you did. The next card that we have is the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of unforeseen problems. I kind of like explain this card as like the curve in the road that we didn't know was coming. This relationship maybe was going along just fine, and out of the blue it was like, there's an issue again, and where did this issue come from? So kind of caught you by surprise. Again, maybe things were going really well with this friend or family member, and then this conflict popped up. This is also a card of trusting your intuition, which I think you've done a really good job of doing. Like I said, with that Four of Wands, it seems like you took the right action in this situation, Cancer. At the bottom here, we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a very gossipy card. It's a card of like spies, prying eyes, truth coming out. It's very dramatic. It's water cooler talk, kind of toxic, drama-y. So likely there was some chatter or some drama that triggered this, or again, this could be finding out the truth or finding out news. So some piece of information could have come out that triggered this conflict as well. Now moving on though, let's take a look at our next column, which is just general, what's coming through the end of September. We have the card consistency. I always like this one. This is about staying consistent to get done what you want to get done. And really consistency is one of those keys in life that keeps us on track. If you are wanting to save money, this is about consistently saving a little bit more from your paychecks and saving a little bit, not spending as much where you can. If you're hoping to lose weight, this is about getting sleep, drinking your water, and getting your workout in each day. So definitely keep a focus on consistency as we go into the end of September. Consistency is going to be your best friend here, Cancer. But let's take a look and see what we've got going on. The first card that we have is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a card of self-defense, having to protect yourself against competition. And I feel like this isn't really coming through at face value. And what I mean by that is, like, I feel like you have to fight for what you want. Like, it's not just going to happen. And so, like, this is tying back to consistency. Like, you need to make sure you're defending your time or defending your money or defending whatever you're trying to complete. And I'm not saying, like, defend it against other people, but this could be like, you need to defend your own money from yourself, or you need to make sure that you're making the time for yourself for whatever you're doing. So it's kind of like a role reversal of what we typically see with this card, but it's like you need to make the time or you need to save the money. Really ties well back into that consistency card. The next card that we have is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is very supportive, very tolerant, very empathetic. This is coming through as traits of you, Cancer, and the real key here is, I feel like, tolerant. You have to be persistent, you have to be tolerant. Like, things are going to pop up that could potentially derail you, but you have to keep that focus on consistent. Again, you kind of like have to defend your time as other things pop up, or defend your money as other things pop up. At the bottom here we have the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of addiction, greed, envy, materialism. These are kind of the things that would work against you if you're trying to lose weight or save money or sleep more or whatever you're hoping to accomplish. Maybe you're trying to build a business. All of these things, like overspending, can be associated with the Devil card. Well, that doesn't help your budgeting. Overeating could be associated with the Devil card. It's kind of that overindulgence of one thing. Or let's say maybe you're trying to start a YouTube channel, even, Cancer, but yet you get sucked into watching Netflix all day. Well, you can't build your YouTube channel if you're watching Netflix all day. So this is like kind of overindulging that, again, can derail you from what you want to be focused on. So again, consistency is key this month for sure. Let's take a look though and see what clarifiers I can provide you here. The first clarifier we have is the Knight of Swords. If you take a look at this card, both the horse and rider are moving very quickly on this card. This is a fast-paced change, fast-paced life cycle change, or lifestyle change. The nice thing about this is if you stay committed, if you stay consistent, you're going to start seeing changes really fast. You're going to see your savings account grow. You're going to see your YouTube channel grow. You're going to see your pant size shrink. Again, whatever we're trying to work on here, if we stay consistent, we're going to get results really, really fast. That's neat to see. Sometimes things are such a long, drawn-out process. Whatever this is that you're working on, Cancer, it doesn't seem to be. So stay consistent and you're going to start seeing results right away. The next card that we have is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of teamwork, commerce, expansion. The interesting thing here, I feel like some of you could leverage an external resource that could maybe help you support this. Like, some of you could get a personal trainer, again, if you're trying to gain or lose weight. You may be meeting with like a new investment advisor or something if you're trying to grow your money from an investment standpoint. This teamwork, like I said, I feel like I could see you leveraging an external resource to make sure you're staying consistent and staying on track here. This could also be a card of travel, so definitely some travel potentially going into the end of the month for some of you as well, which is super exciting. And at the bottom here we have the King of Cups again. We just had the King of Cups, so kind of that repeat message. And remember, with the King of Cups, we really honed in on this tolerance. You have to be tolerant, you have to be persistent, you have to be consistent here. So don't lose sight of that. The King of Cups again is support, so some of you definitely could be reaching out and leveraging support of somebody else to help you accomplish what you're hoping to accomplish. Now, Cancer, let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to money. So think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money. Our first card is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very confident and very self-assured. I do feel like some of you are going to have like a new opportunity, a new project, a new ask of you at work. And you kind of got to like walk in there and own it, even if you're not sure you really do own it, Cancer. So keep that in mind. You surely are capable, so don't question yourself on a confidence or needing self-assurance. This is saying go in very confidently, be very self-assured in your capabilities. The next card that we have is the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. The Ace of Swords is new idea, new clarity. Again, for some of you, this is new focus, and that could be this new project or this new task we were talking about. But I feel like you just want something different than you've wanted before. Interesting message coming through there. We're going to clarify and see what other information, but I don't know if this is career for you or money or savings goals or whatever it may be, but I feel like Cancer, you're wanting something that you maybe didn't want before. At the bottom here, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, unconditional, self-respect, courage. Courage definitely being an important piece here. As you go into this new opportunity, you need to be brave. You need to make sure that you're being self-assured and confident. Also, as we have this new desire, this new thing that we want, you have to be courageous to go after this new thing that we're hoping for. Let's clarify though and see what other messages we have here. The first card we have is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a card of wishes coming true. I feel like you have wanted this project, you've wanted this additional task, you've wanted, I think, responsibility because you are wanting to get promoted, you're wanting to get more money, whatever it may be. So now that the opportunity is here, Cancer, make sure again you go in very confident, very self-assured. I can't tell you enough that you are very capable, so don't question your abilities. Like I said, this is like what you've been hoping for. So now that it's here, it's your time to shine. The next card that we have is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a card, again, of self-defense or feeling like we have to protect ourselves against competition. I feel like you're realizing perhaps like the path you're on, there's too much competition, and that could be prompting you to go a different direction. And I don't want to say too much competition, but you're not enjoying the competition. So I feel like there is some sort of competition that's driving you into this new direction. At the bottom here, we have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man can be very stagnant. You see this person is quite literally hanging there by the foot. Sometimes when we get in this position with the Hanged Man, we're like waiting for more information. And this is saying that you kind of have to push forward. Don't get in this waiting position. Kind of like take the bulls by the horn and move forward, Cancer. Again, this was the opportunity you were hoping for. So make the move. Go forward with courage. All right, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. So think family, friends, relationship, children, whatever you associate with love, Cancer. We're kicking off here at the very top with my favorite card in the entire deck. This is a card, the Ten of Cups. This is like the card of everything wonderful. We have a rainbow here at the top with full cups. We have happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, water is running. There's a house in the background. It's truly everything wonderful, and that's why it's my favorite card. This is a card of family, contentment, total love, and support. This is really validating the health of a relationship for many of you. If you're hoping to enter into a new relationship, this is a great card for you. And if you're hoping to grow your family, this is very much so a family-oriented and child-oriented card. So great card for you from that perspective as well. The next card that we have is the World card. The World card is a card of completing a goal or lesson, like the world has gone full circle. The interesting thing with this card, I sometimes explain this as like leveling up energy. It's like, okay, you just went one step up and you're going another step up and another step up. So I do feel like there's an advancement of relationship here, which is good. Again, whether it's new relationship, existing relationship, growth of family, it's very much so that leveling up energy that's coming through. At the bottom here, we have the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an ace card, it is a card of newness. With the Ace of Wands, this is new project, new inspiration, new urge to create. Some of you definitely could be creating this new relationship, this new family, this new baby. But let's clarify and see what other messages we have here. The first card that we have is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is an interesting card. It's a card with a lot of different meanings. I feel like there was a point, Cancer, where we worried if we would ever get to this point, this new relationship, this happy family, to this baby. And this is kind of like a reflection of what it took to get to this point of getting to Ten of Cups. It's not an easy road to get you to this very happy, content, total love and support place. So just a reflection of the path that was traveled to get here. The next card that we have is the Wheel of Fortune. Again, for those of you that have watched my videos before, you actually have my two favorite cards in one column here. Aside from the Ten of Cups, I love the Wheel of Fortune. This is a card of good fortune, a card of good luck. It's an indicator that we're at a turning point here. And again, this is like leveling up. This is going up the next stair. We do have two wheels here, which indicates things are moving. There's completion and something new moving. Maybe you've been having like bad luck too, or bad fortune, and this is a good indicator of that shift too. Better relationship luck. And then at the bottom here we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a very traditional card. In terms of like relationships and marriage and whatnot, they fit really well under the Hierophant, given the structure of those. So again, a great indicator of new relationship, possibly marriage for some of you as well. But I feel like this new growth, this new step forward, another meaning of the Hierophant is expectations. So really exceeding expectations, lots of happiness, contentment, total love and support coming in this next step for you as well. Now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card Heat. This is like quite literally what it means. Like things are moving, there's heat, things are in motion, things are moving forward for you. Not to immediately tie it back to consistency, but consistency is how we get that heat, how we get things moving. Let's see what messages we have though. The first card that we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is a card about going within for clarity. If you take a look at this light in the lantern, this light is the light that's within you. And this is, again, making sure that you're doing things that feel good for you. You kind of have to do this periodic gut check to make sure that you're moving in the right direction. Be clear on what you want, and that way you can send it into motion with the Heat card. The next card that we have is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is a card of needing to rest, retreat, renew. It's kind of a tired card, and I feel like for a lot of you, you need to try to check in and figure out why you are feeling tired. What's holding you back from being fully in motion like you want with the Heat card? What's holding you back from being exactly where you're at? What is making you tired? You need to have that check in with the Hermit. Then at the bottom here, we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting or delayed success. You see this person planted their pentacles and then they're waiting for them to grow. I feel like if we can't figure out what's making us tired, this is saying things are going to move a lot slower. You have the Heat card saying that there's the want for motion, the desire for it, the ability for it, but you've got to kind of check in and again figure out what's making you tired. If you're tired through this entire process, it's really going to slow things down. The next card we have, or our first clarifier here, is the Magician. The Magician is one of those good cards I really like to see anywhere in the reading. With the Magician, this is turning visions into reality. It's very creative, but again, this is about being clear on what you want. If you're clear on what you want, that's how you accomplish it. So we need to have that kind of check-in to see what's feeling good, what's not feeling good. And that way the Magician can help move you forward as well. We kind of like have this yin and yang of like, here's everything you want, here's how to move forward, but we have to kind of process some of the things that are holding us back. The next card that we have is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very active. This is taking action. And again, if we can't figure out why we are feeling tired with the Four of Swords, it's going to be really hard to take this action. You may need to get creative in the way that you address some of these things that are making you tired too. The Page of Wands is a very creative card. And at the bottom here, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions. So again, unless we can figure out what's making us tired, make sure we're doing things that feel good to us, we are going to move a little bit slower. We're going to feel like we're restricted. So really be addressing that Four of Swords, why we need to rest, retreat, renew. Okay, Cancer, at this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video now and think of them. But question number 1 is the Four of Hearts. This is the number 17 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the Six of Hearts. This is number 3 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the Three of Hearts. This is the number 1 card. That's also a yes. So yes, yes, yes for you, Cancer. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of September. Your crystal this month is agate, which is good for retreat. We were just talking about how we need to rest, retreat, renew, recover. It's good for calm, stability as well, and helps protect you from outside influences. And then last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, the biggest things in life are free, and it's important to never lose sight of that. So look around wherever you see friendship, loyalty, laughter, and love. There is your treasure. Thank you so much, Cancer, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. If you have not subscribed already, again, those really, really help me, so please do. I also included my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful September.